Now when we get into subtracting a polynomial, all you have to do is just add the inverse. So what that means is if you have a negative out in front of your parentheses, that negative is going to get distributed to each of your coefficients inside. So that's going to make your positive 3x squared a negative 3. It's going to make this positive 2x a negative 2x, and this negative 6 a positive. So we're really going to have a negative 3x squared minus 2x plus 6. So you are basically just multiplying all of these coefficients on the inside by a negative 1. So let's try that here with example 4. If you have a minus sign, we're going to make this a plus, and we're going to change this 9 to be negative, this negative 7 to be a positive, and this 2 to be negative. So then now we can go through and we can combine any like terms. I like to highlight, or you can put a number underneath, or like put a line underneath, however you want to denote that you have the different terms. So maybe we'll start off with our highest exponent, which is an y to the 4th. So we're going to add these together. So we have an 8y to the 4th plus a negative 9. So that will give us a negative 1y to the 4th. And something else you may want to do, so you don't try to add these numbers together again, mark them out after you add them. Then you don't accidentally do it a second time. We don't have any y to the 3rd, so I'm going to take my 6y squared and my negative 2y squared. I'm going to add those together, and that will give us a 4y squared. Notice how we're not adding the exponents together. Now I'm going to mark those out because I'm done adding those. So now I can see rather easily that I only have a negative 5y and a positive 7y left over. So if I add those two together, I get a positive 2y. So my final solution, you can either leave the 1 there or not, or you can make it just a negative y to the 4th plus 4y squared plus 2y. And then that will be your final solution. So subtracting is just like adding, except you have to change the signs of the set of parentheses that's behind your negative. So let's try letter B here, and this will change our 7n to be negative and our 4n to the 3rd to be negative. So we're going to combine like terms, so that will be highest exponent. I have a 2, a 3, a 1, a 1, and a 3. So I'm going to combine my n cubes. So I have a 13n cubed and a negative 4n cubed, which gives us 9n cubed, or to the 3rd power. Mark those out. N squared, I only have one n squared, so I'm going to rewrite this as a 3n squared. And now I can mark that out. Left over, all I have is a 5n plus a negative 7n, so that gives us a negative 2n. You could also write that as a plus negative 2n if you want, or minus 2n, however you like to write that. That is how you subtract polynomials.